Hello everyone, batching into today's second video. Going to have a look at the weather next 10 to 14 days for today's second video. So day 10 will take us around the 7th of December, and we're going to be able to extend out beyond that with extended GFS and ECM ensembles. They run to around a couple of weeks, and we're going to have a look at CFS V2 for December at the end of the video. It's going to be great. I shall get on with that for you very shortly. Just to say that the first video release today was JMA Friday, so that's a month look at with Japanese and CFS V2 models, and things could be showing up to be quite cold for December, certainly the first half of the month anyway, so more about that in JMA Friday. It's an epic day of content today, epic day, perhaps one of the most epic days we've ever done, so, or certainly one of the most ambitious days that we've ever done. So just give a mic a little bit of a knock again there. Right, so, yeah, so this is the second video, but we've also got the ECMWF 42 day coming up, and after that we're going to be having the 11th Christmas update. That's going to be really great. 11th Christmas update coming up. I think we're going to start combining the CFS with the extended GFS for that one. So yeah, more about that in the 11th Christmas update. And then don't forget, we're going to be live streaming to 10 o'clock. We're going to live stream the GFS 18Z, aka the pub run, and we'll have a bit of a laugh, have a bit of fun after 10 o'clock tonight. Okay, so before I do anything else, I'm going to say thank you so much to our latest channel member. We're putting on loads of channel members at the moment. I think we're up to 54 channel members now. Thank you so much to all of our channel members. And I'm going to say thank you so much to Ben Hayes. Ben Hayes for becoming a channel member for GavsWeatherVids. So I'd like to give every channel member their own individual video shout out. So we'll be doing more tomorrow and then early next week as well. But thank you so much to Ben Hayes for becoming a channel member for GavsWeatherVids. It's incredible. Thank you so much, Ben, for becoming a channel member for GavsWeatherVids. Thank you to all of our channel members. Really is absolutely amazing what you do for me and also for GavsWeatherVids. And thank you so much to Ben Hayes. If you would like to become a channel member for GavsWeatherVids, all you need to do is click the join button that you see here on the YouTube homepage and with all of the videos as well, and then that takes you through another page where you see what benefits you get for becoming a channel member, and you can also sign up on that page as well. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for doing that. Thank you to our patrons and our PayPal donors as well. We have got a PayPal page, so if you just want to give a one-off donation to GavsWeatherVids, you can easily do that. You can super chat as well during the live streams, so that's another way that you can donate to GavsWeatherVids and can become a patron as well. We have picked up a new patron who I will be shouting out next week as well. So thank you to all of you, however you support us. You don't have to support GavsWeatherVids financially, by the way. You can support us by, you know, if you just watch the videos, like the videos, share the videos around social media and with your friends and whatnot, you are supporting GavsWeatherVids. Subscribing to the channel is supporting GavsWeatherVids as well. We're at 8,290 subscribers, so we're very close to 8,300 subscribers now. We are over a quarter of the way to 9k subs. So yeah, I mean, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please give us a sub. Tell your friends and family to sub the channel as well. It's great. You know, it's a huge community that we are building, and I'm so very proud of the GavsWeatherVids community. I think it's one of the nicest communities of people online. I'm very proud of it, so thank you so much to all of you. It's absolutely great and absolutely fantastic. You may have noticed our little recommended channels module down here, by the way. So we are affiliated to certain channels. So, of course, we've got my own personal channel just there, the Gavin Partridge channel. I'm trying to get back to 1,000 subscribers because I was demonetized on the personal channel a year or so back when YouTube and Google decided, but you have to have 1k subs. They decided you have to have 1k subs to be able to monetize your video. So I'm at 820. So yeah, you could go to my personal channel and subscribe, Gavin Partridge channel, and hopefully we can get it to 1,000 subscribers and get the monetization turned back on from YouTube, because we have still got a lot of popular videos on that channel. You know, the weather videos that I did back in the first couple of years. There are some very popular historic videos on there, including like the one from 1963 is on that Gavin Partridge channel. channel with over 40,000 views, I think, but completely, completely demonetized because I haven't got 1,000 subscribers on the channel. So yeah, if you can give that channel a sub, that'd be great. We've also got Savvy, of course, here. Savvy is just 250 subscribers off 10,000 subscribers, so is at 9,750. Please give Savvy a sub if you haven't yet. Jeffers Craft, just there, we're trying to get Jeffers to 200 subs. He's at 173. Mars Cricketer is just there, raising money and awareness for Lord Taverners, so please give them a sub. And of course, my good friend Brian, the Weather Outlook. Brian's got a YouTube channel as well. He's at 256 subs. It would be nice to get Brian to 1,000 subs so he can start monetizing his weather videos as well. So yeah, they're the affiliate channels. There are more of them as well as we push through here. We've got UK Met Office. They don't need any help to get subscribers, I don't think. Kent Weather. I've got Target Ovarian Cancer. Yeah, we're affiliated with them. So there's a story behind that, but I haven't got time to go into that. But give them a sub as well, Target Ovarian Cancer, as well as Kevin Bradshaw and Scott Richards as well. So just thank you everybody, for all of the support. And there are affiliated channels, so if you can give those a sub as well, that would be great. Right, let's get on with the video then. Very busy day at GavsWeatherVids today. Of course, just very quick to say thank you so much to Ben Hayes for becoming a channel member for GavsWeatherVids. It's amazing, Ben. Thank you so much for doing that. Right, let's get on then. So we're going to start off with the Arctic Oscillation observed and forecast. I was hoping this might update because it should be updating any time for today. It isn't updating though, so this is still from yesterday. We may come back to it right at the very end of the video, we'll see. But anyway, you see the AO is on the move. The black line shows where I've been with the Arctic Oscillation, red lines at the end. We have GFS on Sobbers and forecasting the Arctic Oscillation to go. So we're positive with the AO at the moment. We're positive with the Arctic Oscillation at the moment, as we have been throughout since mid-October anyway. Generally positive with the black line in positive territory. GFS ensembles though, these red lines at the end, broadcasting the AO to go into negative territory, go negative as we go through the first half of December. So this is a signal for blocking, of course, when the AO is, when the Arctic Oscillation is positive, you've got low pressure over the pole and over the Arctic. But conversely, when the Arctic Oscillation is negative, you've got high pressure, you've got blocking. So around Greenland, perhaps, or in the Arctic. And that's blocking is the route to push cold air out of pole down into mid-latitude. So generally, our colder episodes and our colder months and our colder winters tend to coincide with negative AOs. And that's what we're seeing there. At the same time, we've also got the NAO on the move as well. So this is, again, an index that's measuring the atmospheric setup, this time looking at the North Atlantic, measuring air pressures between Iceland and the Azores. So when the NAO is positive, we've got low pressure around Iceland and high pressure through the Azores. That's like the default setup, ready for the North Atlantic and Northern Europe, particularly in winter, which is why we have mild winters and, why they tend to be quite westerly. So, and southwesterly, Atlantic driven. Is like the default setup. So, and that's what we've had through November. We've had a positive NAO. We're still very positive with the NAO right now, but the GFS ensembles, these red lines at the end, forecasting as we go through the first half of December. We are also seeing the NAO trending to at least neutral, possibly to negative territory. And that is updated to today, by the way. 27th of November. So the NAO has updated for today. The AO hasn't yet updated. We might come back to it at the end of the video and see if it's updated for today. But yeah, both of the indexes on the move, both of them going negative. So we could be in for, we could be in for a pattern change here from the early part of November to something more blocked and something potentially a little bit colder, perhaps. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. We're on Glossop in Derbyshire today. So the red line is a 30-year upper air temperature average for Glossop. And we're beginning colder than average at the moment. We're going to go milder than average with the upper air temperatures over the weekend into the early part of next week. How much of those milder upper air temperatures we realise on the surface remains to be seen, because we will be under high pressure, especially across England and Wales, so it could still be quite chilly. Probably not quite as cold as it is at the moment, but could still be quite chilly over the weekend into next week. But through next week, it looks like the temperature is dropping, becoming quite cold through like the second half of next week. And then as we move on into sort of a second week of December, we're very close to average really, but we have got a lot of scatter here. So we've got milder ensemble members up here, we've got colder ensemble members down there. There's no real sort of indication for a very mild spell of weather though. Even though this period does look quite mild, because it's under high pressure, I don't think it'll be very mild away perhaps from North and West Scotland anyway. And overall, I think we're looking at quite a coldish sort of first week to 10 days of December, really. Precipitation-wise, there will be rain coming in and going. It's not as wet as you'd expect at this time of year through week one. Maybe an indication for things to get wetter in the second week of December. Of course, if it's getting wetter but it's still cold, that would start to raise the prospect of some snow. Let's just see if the AO has updated yet. Has it updated? So... not yet. It should be updating any time because the NAO has updated, so it's quite frustrating, but they normally update together, you know, or within a few minutes of one another. Never mind. Temperature anomalies from the 27th of November to the 5th of December. Looking ever so slightly above average. It may be a little bit surprising, but I suppose it's going to get a bit milder over the weekend into the early part of next week. Precipitation anomalies from the 27th of November to the 5th of December, I think that is, looking drier than average. So, yeah, dry spell goes on. This is the latest wind flow map from earthnullschool.net showing that the west-south westerlies and the jet stream are pushed to our north, going up here. I've got a bit of a split in the jet, actually. Some of the energy is going down there, and the rest of it's going up here. That's happening because we've got high pressure over the UK and across much of Northern Europe as well. So where we've got all of this clear stuff going on here, with very little in the way of wind, that's where we've got high pressure dominating the weather, keeping the westerlies and our mild winds from the Atlantic at bay. Right, so this is how the UK Met midnight run is looking for Monday. High pressure is dominating the weather. We're bringing a lot of dry weather with it. It remains to be seen how much fog we get with this. You will think that that is a scenario for a relatively widespread fog, especially for England and Wales. For Scotland, I think it is generally cloudy and mild up there, though. A little bit of a northerly swipe there as we go into Tuesday. There's some sort of weather system pushing down across the country, bringing a band of showery rain probably. And then the high pressure is back in behind it. That will be within colder air as we get through to middle of next week. That probably brings a return of frost and fog. This as far as we go to midnight on Thursday the 3rd of December, with low pressure then starting to move in from off the Atlantic. Let's have a look at GFS 6Z. So again, high pressure dominating on Monday, bringing lots of dry and fine weather with it. That continues into Tuesday. Wednesday, England and Wales still under high pressure. Low pressure is up across Scotland, or certainly westerlies up across Scotland, bringing showery outbreaks of rain probably, but also relatively mild temperatures. Into Thursday and Friday, we get this low pressure diving southwards with the GFS 6Z, and then high pressure building in from behind it. That will be bringing colder air southwards with it through the middle and second half of next week. And then under this ridge of high pressure, it will probably be quite cold with a return of frost and fog. Day 10, then we start to get another weather system coming in from off the Atlantic. I have to say the GFS is bringing a lot of bring quite a bit of energy in from off the Atlantic compared to what we have been seeing just lately. So this is a bit of a change from the GFS. It's also a little bit milder and just a little bit more energy to the jet stream through that first weekend of December compared to what we have been seeing. It's still pretty cool though. The wind is still lining up sort of northwest to southeast really. Rather wet and windy there around the 9th of December with the GFS 6Z, back to kind of like a northwesterly to northerly by Thursday the 10th. And then by the time we end the GFS run, we are raising the heights to our east and north. You've got a proper Siberian high getting going then. That's certainly the 13th of December. But of course, it's a long way off. But if it did come off, it would be threatening to bring in cold easterly winds. This how the GM is looking. So again, high pressure brings a lot of dry weather, maybe some fog to England and Wales, a little bit milder for Scotland. Through the early and middle part of next week, again, high pressure just dominates, bringing lots of dry and fine conditions. Then in comes the low pressure from the Atlantic. Now, this looks quite interesting. Where this low pressure is diving in from the northwest. So there's a low around Iceland on Thursday. Look where the low is there as we go through to Friday next week. The low is down across England and Wales. That's the kind of thing that might bring some snow with it, and that will be more particularly for the north and over high ground. But it's certainly, certainly an interesting scenario. See low pressure diving in from the north like that. That's Saturday the 5th of December. Low pressure then sits off the coast of East Anglia, bringing in quite a cold northerly wind around it. And that's how it looks as we get to day 10. A lot colder with the GM compared to the GFS, definitely. And we're on the cold side of the jet stream, of course, there. The black line is where the jet stream is. So we're looking quite cold and unsettled at day 10 with the GM. ECMWF looks like this. Again, ridge of high pressure through the country on Monday, bringing loads of dry conditions and a little bit of swipe from some sort of cold front on Tuesday for high pressure ridges back in from off the Atlantic on Wednesday. And that's been quite cold there, so frost and fog back by the middle of next week. Thursday through to Friday, this low pressure diving southwards, again, very much in line with what the GM is showing. So, once again, there's the low pressure over Iceland on Thursday. There it is. By the time we get through to Friday, that low pressure is centred over top of the UK. And again, it's a kind of scenario that might bring some snow, particularly to northern parts of the country, as around the sort of northern and western side of the low pressure will be pulling in cold air from the north. So rain or snow there at the end of next week with the ECMWF. The low pressure sort of sitting over top of the country on Saturday the 5th of December before clearing away into the continent by Sunday the 6th. And then by Monday the 7th, we are actually starting to bring in some milder air from off the Atlantic with some southwesterly winds. This is a precipitation type forecast based on that ECM run from Tameteo.com. So a lot of dry weather coming up over the next few days. Got this cold front coming in on Tuesday, bringing some showery rain, and then it goes drier and colder behind it. And then through the middle of next week and the second half of next week, the low pressure starts to dive in from the Atlantic. So here it comes, bringing wet weather with it. Also, some snow is coming in with it on the northern side of the low for Scotland and also for northern England. So for England and Wales, it's like a deluge of heavy rain. For Scotland and northern England, there is the risk of some snow. And with that bit of a snow event there being signalled for Wales, for example, possibly up into northern England and southern parts of Scotland around the 4th of December, which I think is Friday, isn't it? So yeah, there's definitely rain and snow involved with this diving area of low pressure. It eventually gets out of the way by day 10, we're turning milder with a band of rain, perhaps preceded by snow, coming in from the Atlantic, and we finish up with milder southwesterly winds. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today. For day 10 gets us to the 7th of December. Have 25 members of the ECM ensembles with low pressure over into the south of the country. High pressure is ridging northwards, the winds are coming in from like a northeasterly direction, so it could be quite cold with that. This is the diving low, of course, with the heights building behind it, and it does include the control and the operational run. 15 just here, very similar, a little bit further south with the low pressure, but still having blocking to the north of the low. Winds again coming in from an easterly direction. And then 11 with low pressure to our north and bringing in westerly winds. That's the mildest solution just there, those 11 there, that's the mildest solution. But the 25 here, with a 15% there, or with a 15 just there, means that the ECM ensembles are favouring generally cold weather, really, up to day 10. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. This will get us to the 21st. No, it won't get us to the 12th of December. There are 21 members of the ECM ensembles with high pressure to our north and low pressure to the south. That's very extensive northern blocking, and is pulling in the wind from the east. So cold easterly winds with that, and maybe quite wintry too. 16 with low pressure over top of the country, high pressure towards Greenland. So that looks quite cold and unsettled. That might be the most wintry scenario for like snow and that sort of thing. This one just here would be relatively dry, although easy winds could bring in snow showers to the east, I suppose. And then, so those two are generally favouring cold weather. 21 and 16 have 14 just here that look milder. They've got low pressure to the north, high pressure to the south, and they're bringing in westerly winds, or perhaps northwest to west. So that's a milder one just there. But the majority option, majority options look cold, really, at days 10 and also 14. Finally, the CFS V2, so this is 700 millibar height anomaly for December, actually. So going for below average heights over the country and to north with a mid-Atlantic ridge. Probably lining up the jet stream northwest to southeast. There is a large area of high pressure here. That's the Siberian high across much of Russia. So it's interesting. This is a little bit different from what the CFS was showing like last week. At the very least, it could be cool and unsettled there, with a northwest-southeast line to jet stream and a mid-Atlantic ridge. You know, that's sort of thing that could give cold snaps. But of course, if this Siberian high, if this big ridge here was to start pushing in that direction, forcing this trough of low pressure southwards and sending this ridge northwards, then we would be in business for a cold and wintry December. The possibilities are there, but it doesn't actually show that directly. Just how you sometimes have to interpret these long-range models. The temperature anomaly is ever so slightly above average. I'd expect it to be a little bit colder than that, really. And no particular signal for the precipitation anomaly, but I would have thought probably a slightly above average rainfall or precipitation anomaly would be likely. Shall we just go back to the AO and see if it's updated? Let's have a look. So look, no, still not updated. That's very annoying, isn't it? Normally it comes in very close to the NAO. You know, they both normally update within a few minutes of one another. So I don't know why that's delayed, but never mind. I think it's still going to show that the AO, along with the NAO, is going negative in around sort of 10-15 minutes time. When I'm doing this at around 2:20, you'll be able to see that updated. I would have thought it shouldn't be many more minutes before they get that updated at NOAA. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We're very close now to 8,300 subscribers. Tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids and your family too. For everyone who subscribes brings a friend or family member, we'll get to our target of 9 and then 10k subs that much quicker. And yeah, let us know in the comments what you think also. Right, that's it then. So that's another one done. We're like a, assembly line today, aren't we? Just churning out videos. So that's that one done. Around 5-6ish, we're going to have the ECM WF 42-day forecast. That's going to take us into the early part of January. Ultra long range forecasting with that one. And then around 7 to 8 o'clock, we're going to have a Christmas update where today I think we're going to start combining the CFS with the GFS, extended GFS. So more about that in the Christmas update around 7-8ish. And then, if all that was enough, we'll be live streaming after 10 o'clock. So I shall see you live then. But a couple more videos to go before that. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.